Welcome, everyone. Welcome back, my friends. How is everyone doing? Hi, it is me. It's Commodore Z, coming in hot. How's everyone doing tonight? Fantastic, excellent. Bus step. Stuck to land. I'm joined with everyone tonight with all my friends for Vampire the Masquerade, last Masquerade session 4. Been a great time. We've been having a blast so far. We're gonna continue having a blast. Hey, Mrs. Retired 11 Bravo, how you doing? How you doing? Everyone else is doing in chat. I'm joined by my friends tonight. I'm going to start with Nerd at Art. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hi guys, I am Nerd at Art. I never really stream on my own channel, but you will catch me over at Team Wildwood, where the husband and I like to play all sorts of different video games. And we do a lot of tabletop RPG in these days with good folks like Zed, our friend Nerdwire, and all the fine folks here. And I'm super duper excited to be playing Ulfhild this evening. She is a 1,000-year-old Viking shield maiden. She's been awake for like maybe 10 weeks now, and she's just over everybody's BS. So yeah, expecting some violence tonight.
Work Xavier.
Hello, I'm Keywork Savior. When I stream retro and stuff like that. Recently, I haven't been streaming a whole heck of a lot other than these fun sessions with everybody here. But weird emotional head stuff. Loss of a parent is weird. But anyway, no trauma dump. Playing Dante Crow tonight. Was a small town insurance adjuster, blood sorcerer, and just out of the frying pan into the fire, into a grease fire, and then the fire truck catches on fire. It's just that's the way Dante's life has been recently. So continuing. I think I heard somebody lighting a powder keg just around the corner. So
That would bring us to return. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I'm Jeff, or Retired 11 Bravo. I'm usually a streamer doing miniatures, little toy soldiers and stuff like that. And I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4 lately. That's just kind of tapping the vein for correction, Fallout 76.
There you go.
And I'm playing Salvatore Ricci, who is French and Indian War era English American, and first generation American. And now he's awakened and he's fugly, and he's a scout, spy, sneaky, creepy guy. And the world has been turned upside down, and yeah, we're at war, and we're dealing with it. We're just going to try and figure this out. Let's stay on task. Let's do the mission.
Stay on target.
Salvatore is such a
All right.
I'm.
You know what? I call on you a lot for this, but tonight, the reason why we're here, where we are tonight, because of something your character did, something Ulfhild did. So why don't you give us a recap from your notes of last session?
Oh my goodness, my notes last session. Oh goodness, guys.
We could start off with a row. I mean, we could just go straight into it.
So at the start of our last session, we all got to witness some very creepy black magic performed by the dear late. He was apparently attempting to use all of this old stored human blood they've been collecting for months for this crazy ritual. And needless to say, it resulted in his death and the death of at least one other vampire. So, as part of this ritual, he made very clear that Janice is dead. And Tarquin, it turns out, does not like the sound of that. Very insistent that Janice is alive. And I seeing the writing on the wall, may or may not have called him out on his bullshit. Trying to frame it as like we're gonna help you squash these rumors. And next thing we know, we are in a shootout with some men sent by Sahar, and we went and rescued Lestrade, and I assume we're heading somewhere safe right now, wherever that is.
I think that was a very succinct, very succinct, but very at the same time very detailed briefing of what just went down. What went down last week. Thank you very much. We're going to be
we're gonna call you out on your bullshit, and the Emperor goes, execute order 66.
Yep.
And then we run, and they attack.
He had already called for the execute before I called him out. I was hoping I was buying us some sort of, oh no, I believe you. We're gonna go squash this rumor for you. Because my character, for one, believed that Janice was probably alive. You know, like she thought there was some weird sorcery going on there. Like she doesn't know. So, you know, the prince brought us here. We're fighting for this guy. He says he's alive. Okay, this is our enemy. This is the guy we're after.
Right.
Turns out that's false.
We're going to pick up shortly after where we left off. We're going to be at the same hunger that we were when we last played. And what is that hunger? Remember?
I believe I'm at 2.
Yeah, I think you're the only one that went up, Dante. I think. Yeah.
All right. You're the only one who went up. That's fantastic. No one else used any rouse checks or activated any disciplines.
Yeah.
All right.
Unsuccessfully, at least.
Okay. I couldn't remember. That's why I was asking. I should have kept better
notes. I do need to do some
No.
rouse checks when I can.
No, I was at 2 at the start of the last game, and then I ate a blood bag that brought me down to 1.
That's
and then
correct.
I did something that brought my hunger back up.
Okay. I think you increased your strength when you attacked something.
Blood surge. That's right.
Blood surge.
That cost me a hunger.
Cost you a hunger. Yes. Excellent. All right. It's neither here nor there because you know where we're at. All right. So we're picking up mid-escape with a wounded Victor Lestrade. The group has barely escaped Sahar Hassan and coincidentally possibly also Tarquin. Retreated into the forgotten underbelly of Aleppo, finding shelter in a half-collapsed underground chamber beneath a defunct mosque. The place was once a sacred crypt, now little more than a cracked marble tomb lit by flickering flashlight. The mosque above is a crumbling shell. Its once elegant minaret cracked down the middle like a snapped bone. Crescent moon finial lies twisted in rubble. Bullet holes pockmark the prayer hall's outer walls. Great wooden doors hang ajar, burned and warped by fire. Inside, broken tiles of intricate blue mosaic litter the ground. Tattered prayer rugs cling to mihrab, recessed niche once used to indicate the direction of Mecca, is now blackened by soot and partially collapsed. Beneath it, a hidden passage led to the crypts where you now hide. The echo of the call to prayer has long faded, replaced by silence. You're down there with Lestrade, who's tending to a wound that heals under his own ministrations, but it looked grievous.
Are any of your people still alive?
Saw Zoldy gunned down. Contractors? I don't know.
You need to feed.
We all need to feed. Run to where? That's the question.
You know this was coming?
Not expected. Once the declaration had been made by Ophil, I expected something to happen. I didn't expect it to be.
This because we saw Julius's ceremony and the results of it.
I think there was. I think he heard. I think Tarquin heard a defiance. Ophil's voice. She pointed something out. Wasn't ready to have pointed.
You'll notice that Ulfhild is standing there very still and very quiet. But she has her axe in her hand and she is white knuckling it.
I roll a resolve to heal.
You make a rouse check, you mean?
Rouse check. There you go. Thank you.
Yep.
I've forgotten how to play the game. Oh, Jesus.
Hungrier. But you heal. You're hungry right now?
2. Oh. What's the plan now?
Meta knowledge question.
Go ahead.
I'm sure Ulfhild would have realized this during one of their interactions. Is the prince right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed. Does anyone else have anything to say to the prince?
There's the little tidbit about the vans that chased us from
Yes,
Citadel.
I was waiting for you to continue.
Citadel.
Yeah. Waiting to hear his explanation for that.
We've all been betrayed.
Yes. Been betrayed. That betrayal, if we don't play it right, is going to end in our final death. What we need to do is we need to change the vehicle we were in, take the opportunity to ditch it, and find it.
Where do we go from here?
We could head for the Turkish border and leave, or we could find the proof that we were looking for.
The NAV, the enemy of my enemy.
The Sabbat of this region, they actually rally around the memory of Janus? Or is this another one of Tarquin's lies?
Is not known to work. I don't know what I don't know.
What about Benedict? What about Stephen?
Benedict? Haven't seen.
Let's get another
Stephen?
vehicle.
Likely dead.
We can get another vehicle and perhaps some sustenance.
Ulfhild's eyes start glowing ever so slightly red.
It's sort of backs. That doesn't back away, but leans away from you. Your eyes are glowing red at him, seeming to be clearly slightly intimidated.
He was betrayed too.
It is not his betrayal that concerns me, it is his stupidity.
He believed, just as we did. He's no more stupid than we are.
Well, she is out of line. He has a point. I was taken in. I was fooled. I believed in a lie. Perhaps I should have seen through it to begin with, but I didn't. I could not resist the beckoning regardless. I had no choice. That much is clear and true. There was no choice. I was called here. I thought we were coming here to do. Thought Tarquin was going to be the pillar that held the Camarilla together.
You speak as if you were called to some glorious battle and you bring us here in service of monsters.
Exactly what happened, yeah. I'm not sure what you expect me to do to try to defend myself. There's no defense. This is exactly what happened.
She gets up in his grill with her axe in her hand, up against his throat, and she goes, "If it were my choice, you would pay with your stupidity with blood." And then she backs down.
Much as
Go
I
ahead,
wouldn't stop
Prince. You
you,
want to
he
mess with
is
my
the
mind? I know you can. Coward.
much as I wouldn't stop you or even try. He's the only one with the resources to get us out of here, if that's an option. Not that I disagree with you either.
We have an opportunity here. Tarquin is here not to kill Janus, but the idea of Janus. And ideas are extremely hard to kill. How do we undermine what Tarquin wants?
Cannot hope to face them in battle. They're too
No.
many and too strong.
But we could speak to others and have them spread the word. Make this idea that Tarquin wants stamped out so badly spread. Make it multiply. Right
As he
now,
may have been, there are those mad scribblings about convergence, timelines and myth, things like that. Who knows what rat's nest we stepped into? We leave, what happens? We stay, probably die.
yeah, we leave. The tendrils are long.
Doesn't stop. They just start here. Operate. Have their war under the.
It's all
Doesn't
cover up.
doesn't stop here. This is just one city. Yeah, Ivanus is already dead. What is keeping Tarquin filling his place?
He can't kill the idea. It keeps popping up everywhere.
Isn't following?
I'd never heard of Yanis until I came back into the. I don't know where the idea comes from or what the idea even represents. I thought we were combating another awakened Methuselah. Now you're saying we're fighting the idea. Not sure I track, but willing to give it a chance.
What did Janus represent?
Well, if he represented the ideals of Carthage, it was the idea that kindred should rule over kindred kind.
But there was a degree of inner cooperation.
Yeah, there was no masquerade. At least that is what is. At least that's what the propaganda brought down by the venture.
Exactly. I think we need to get a clear picture of what the actual story is outside of the propaganda that's been passed down.
Was there any
We
discussion
know
of
a
moving
priestess.
against?
There is a priestess that may know more. And our list of allies is very short. think working against Tarquin directly is probably going to be folly, but we could work obliquely. Go around him. Let him defend a piece of land that doesn't matter. Let's get more information. But first, we need food and a different vehicle. Let's focus on that.
Phil takes
On for the ride.
big, deep breath. Goes, sick of these political games. I long to bury my axe in something.
Right, so looking to feed. War torn downtown war torn Aleppo. What are you looking for?
If we stick together, we could probably find groups to single somebody out, or individuals. We could just pound some, feed one person, find another group, pounce, found another one. Everybody takes a turn, kind of thing.
Stray dogs are always an option.
If you wish.
Right, for those of you who are not going for stray dogs,
stray dogs cannot save me.
I would like you to roll your strength plus brawl. Find your group of your alley cat group. Both alley cats.
All right, that's 6.
3.
Hey, you're fine. How much are you willing to take? Are you going to kill somebody for it, or are you going to...
I'm only at 2 hunger. Can I slake 2 without killing someone, or
No, you can never get to 0 without killing someone.
without okay? Gotcha.
You have to kill. You have to kill someone.
1.
Very good, Jeff. You've managed to find someone as well. Hold on 1 second. I got a phone call.
Yep, no worries. We'll take turns.
Gotta find mine. I gotta remember what I gotta roll.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
Exposure plus animal can.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I literally just got there.
Yeah.
Well then, I think I have a compulsion. Oops.
Oopsie.
Oh, yeah, no.
I was just... Oh, key work. Okay, you're fine. You did not fail.
Okay.
Yeah, if you failed, that would be really bad, right?
That would be really bad, yes.
So I only needed 2. Okay.
But how much blood would you like? You can only slake 1 hunger.
Just 1 is fine.
1 is fine. How much would you like to take, Jeff? You can take as much as you like, except you can't fill yourself up without killing.
Nope. Just enough to knock it down 1.
All right. So I take it you lick the wounds, you knock them unconscious, and you find 1 dog, Dante. 1 poor stray dog that's been living in this war, surviving until it met you. Americans are eating dogs now.
They're eating the dogs. They come here and that's what they do.
They come here and they eat the dogs. These stupid Americans. All right.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Lower key than eating people. I mean, trying to keep a low profile.
Gotta keep a low profile. All right.
Yeah, I figure if I did really well, I would go towards assisting Lestrade with getting something.
He does not. He doesn't feed with you. He says he doesn't need to, and that he's fine.
Right.
Also, being a venture, he's got very specific feeding restrictions anyway.
That could be a problem with all the healing he's.
That could be a problem with all the healing he's been doing.
Needs to be higher resonance, right?
No, it has to be a specific
Certain
from a
type.
specific type of person.
Oh,
And it's personal.
I'm gonna raise that as a subject of concern to Salvatore because I know what happens when one of us gets too hungry.
Yeah. It's a venture thing. I don't know what his specific limitation is.
Gotta be a
I would discuss it with him. It's like, what do you need? You know.
He waits for he waits for you to feed, and he's pulling security on the old man, keeping it hidden in the rubble of the mosque.
yeah, my camera's frozen. Yay!
Yay! Technical difficulties.
Woo! Never not like technical difficulties.
It's always something.
I don't know if it's OBS because this is what happens. This is always what happens.
Must be OBS. All right, so I'm not going to let it bother me. We're not going to let it bother us. We're just going to let it fix itself eventually. At least it's not a terrible it's not a terrible face. So it's so we can go with it. You are now a VTuber.
At least I'm not an animated whale.
Exactly. Could be an animated whale. All right, so you've hunted. Have you decided exactly what you're going to do?
We got to find a vehicle.
Find a car.
All right. You're going to find a car. So, I want to streetwise. We're going to make I need someone to make a dexterity plus streetwise check. Find a working vehicle in the city.
I've got 3 dexterity, guys. Oh
That's a 6 for me.
There you go.
Might as well roll it
Salvatore's
then. That's only 4 for me.
Difficulty 4
4 dex. Okay.
because of where you are.
Oh, looks like I'm starting out using willpower already.
Starting out early.
There you go.
All right, you get your successes. As you sneak from vehicle to vehicle, the first 4 or 5 that you run into are in no shape to run. Either their tires are completely blown out, they're melted, the engine something's been dropped through the engine block on one. This would drop a thermite grenade of some sort. The Orin might have been in town or something. Finally, upon about the 5th one, you find a truck. Just a nice, just tan truck, probably from sometime in the 80s. Still running, still in good shape. He's in the
visor.
In the visor, thank you. He's in the visor. You pull it out. There's enough room for 2 of you in the front, probably 2 of you in the back.
All right. Take that and move around. We'll do a pass around the mosque before going in, just to make sure that we're not followed.
What are the other 2 of you doing while he's looking for the vehicle? Pulling watch?
Yeah, I'm just look out for him.
You work? Okay, yeah, you look pensive for a second.
I will continue to look pensive. It's okay, I started nodding, so...
Yeah, I'll hop in the bed of the truck when we leave, and I'll tell Salvatore if there's trouble, bang on the back, but otherwise I'm gonna lay down so that nobody can see me.
Try resetting your source. Your Logi, close your Logi down and the I menu close. That works.
Delete the source, create a new one.
I wouldn't go that far. All right, so what was that again, Ufil? I'm sorry. I missed the majority of it.
Just playing a lookout for Salvatore while he gets this vehicle going, and I'll tell him I'm gonna lay down in the bed of the truck so that they can only see preferably just him driving, have Keywork like, or sorry, Dante, kind of hide in the glove box, like hide under where the glove box is in the front, so they, Salvatore is really the only one in the vehicle driving, basically, and bang on the back window if there's trouble.
All right, so
Ready.
I'll have you give me a wits plus perception check.
Me?
Yep, not perception, awareness. Sorry, wits plus awareness check. You're pulling security.
Hmm?
Oh, that's fine. Great. Don't notice anything. Anything in particular. Everything seems fine. No one's watching you. Feel confident in that. And Keywork, you are
Ducking down, I guess.
ducking down. All right. All right. So, retired Salvatore drives around the mosque, pulls back in, and Lestrade sees the vehicle, recognizes you, pulls out his sword from the van that you were in, sheathes it back into the cane holster, and gets into the seat. The silver Venture symbol he usually wears on his combat uniform that he's still wearing is singed, as it looks like it had been hit by a rifle, a shot of some sort, and it just blocked the bullet.
All of our technical items, we need to dump them. Do you have any more of your burners?
For instance, I don't have any burners on me. No, I have what I had on me.
We can get more at the market, the bazaar. Let's see this priestess. The night is young.
Now, as he begins to speak, a leg steps out of a shadow behind him. And after that leg, the rest of a body comes. And eventually the rest of the body is Valeria Durand. So steps out of a shadow, kind of dusts herself off. It's good to see you're still alive. Does anyone have any reactions?
Which made it.
Somebody my enemy, indeed.
It seems that you survived as well.
Barely. Settles down. She sits. She leans against the bed of the truck.
Why would Tarquin go after you?
Apparently, as she begins, because I am aligned. Victor over here. Tarquin's busy purging everybody. Benedict Hale is ash on the floor. Rover's dead.
The funny thing here is he's only hurting his allies, people that were devoted to him.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either, but he's purging all right.
I guess it's what Methuselahs do.
Why do Sahar and Hassan stand by him?
Are they bonded?
I have no idea. I mean, darling, I really don't know. I have no inside information on that. Victor looks up. He goes, "They are probably bloodbound. They are probably bloodbound."
New followers, yay!
Bloodbound. I'm not very familiar with this concept.
Consider yourself lucky.
Drinking the blood of other kindred. If I were to feed you my blood, 3 times over the course of a few days or whatever, I could then bond you, and you would be driven to do as I say. It would give me a large degree of power over you.
Agent Vitae is addictive. Not only is it addictive, it has the power to complete artificial form.
An artificial love, that is exactly it. They would never do anything to go against whoever the holder of the bond is.
Is there anything that can be done to break this witchcraft?
Time, distance.
Victor looks to Valeria. The Sabbat are rumored to have ways to do so. Darling, of course they do. How it was formed in the first place.
Breaking the bonds of their masters.
Perhaps if we could break Sahar and Hassan from these bonds, take down Tarquin after all.
One has to be one has to want to.
That's
You
hard.
believe they do not?
No, they love him.
Enslaved to him?
But they don't see it as slavery. They see it as love. It becomes a circular argument that there's no escape from, or at least very little.
Valeria tilts her head. Well, I mean, I suppose if we could force them to drink the Valdry blood from the Valdry cup, it would have the same effect as the Valdry, regardless. But there would be to be more than one participant in the Valdry Cup, and I'm not really on good speaking terms with the members of the Sabbat locally.
I don't think that we would be able to separate her from it other than in combat. I don't foresee Tarquin coming out to do battle with anyone. He'll send minions.
Exactly. If we can draw them out one at a time, separate it. We cannot fight them all at once, but 1-on-1, perhaps.
4-on-1, 5-on-1. Yes. It would be much easier if we had allies. Lead them into ambush.
Is there anyone on the inside that can be trusted?
Not that I know.
Still alive?
Victor ponders for a moment. Because we're lucky Valeria's still with us. May not trust her methods or her motives. She wants to survive this. The fact that she was able to escape, walking through those shadows the way she does, might be of some good use for intelligence guys.
The Sombra do excel at being slippery. No offense intended, Mr. Rand.
None whatsoever. All right, I think we lost Keywork for video completely. Yeah, he's still with us in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a poor job of taking notes tonight because Pratt is taking.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Strad looks to Bluefield. What do you wish to do?
Frankly, I do not know where to go from here. I believe that Tarquin should be destroyed. He lies to his own people, controls them with blood magic. His evil will only spread. However, as much as I would love to see the gates of Valhalla, there is no honor in running into a battle we know we cannot win. Be smart. Fight this.
And we don't fight Tarquin.
There's
His lieutenants.
one step at a time. Could fight a guerrilla battle. Slowly bleed away their resources till he's alone and desperate. He could be beaten. Anyone could be beaten.
Hilarious that. Or we could just drop a drone on this.
Would it penetrate all of that?
I'm sure they got big old bombs now.
Prophecy that Julia spoke of in the chamber. Wait, I'm sorry. Was it the chamber prophecy, or was it the talking head prophecy said that the city can't fall and it can't burn?
It was talking
Yeah,
head.
exactly.
Talking
Okay,
head.
thank you. Yeah, so Ulfild is going to remind them of that little bit of prophecy.
We have no intent of burning the city or taking it. If anything, we look to liberate it. Make no mistake. Tarquin made enemies tonight, and he shouldn't have let us survive. No, we make him pay. We bleed him. Slowly. We must be cunning like a wolf, like your namesake. Let's get more information. Let's speak with this witch, this priestess. Maybe we can get more information. Maybe we can work with others here. Build our numbers, build allies. And then, how do they say it? Take him down. Seems kind of pleased with himself with the take him down. He's using modern lingo.
Strahd takes a beat. If anyone has anything else, goes into a monologue.
Like he does.
Salvatore is correct. We can make him bleed. But I would not blame you if you did not wish to join me in. I will offer you a way home. But you would have to make it your way to Turkey. Cross the border into Turkey. Get to an airfield to do. I will, if once there, I will ensure you safe passage back to wherever it is you wish to.
Kind of looks towards Dante and Salvatore in this moment again, like she's not going to say no to a battle, but at the same time, like it's definitely above her pay grade.
We can do this, build.
I'm sure Keywork would be saying something if he could be saying something. So
I'm pretty sure that Keyword
wants to go home.
I can't speak for him, but he's also an insurance adjuster that got caught up in a world of
a world of darkness.
WTF.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna give Keywork we're gonna take our 10 minutes here, and we're gonna let Keywork get his stuff together.
That's a good call. I'd love his input on this conversation.
All right, guys, we'll be right back with you. Thank you. All right, we're gonna fix Keywork Savior's camera right now because we just got his link in. We should be all set. Turn him back on. He'll be there. He is.
There he is.
It's
Not
your.
gonna mess with the green screen thing.
Don't even bother. Don't even bother.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Don't
All right.
mess with it. It's working.
So Keywork had, Dante had said some things that no one could have heard, that no one heard. So I'm going to give him a chance to say his lines.
Dante's wondering why the hell we're still here. You invited us to a war, but it ended up even being a bigger pain in the ass than that. I don't know if I want to go through the dog catcher analogy, but
The Prince nods and says, he goes, I understand. I understand. I had no choice to be here. I gave you a choice to come with me. Could have stayed. Probably would have become a primogen. Maybe even seneschal of the city. I didn't leash you.
no, certainly. You could have been a bit more forthcoming about Tarquin and who or what he was.
You had what I knew. You knew what I knew.
I'll take you at face value for that. Nonetheless, I think this was coming eventually. I think Ufil just
Accelerated the process?
so to speak. Yes.
Yes.
We've been given an opportunity. Each one of us is here because we were given a choice. We were trusted to come and fight the Great War. Someone put their faith in us. I would hate to go back early.
We haven't actually fought anything yet.
Still, we're here. But the thing is, we gave our words. We could go back. We could be Imogen or whatever. Just think of the glory of going back stronger. Looking over at Oldfield. Just
Have to
think
talk
of
me into a fight.
think of the prestige, Dante. This is something we can do. We could leave early, but I think it is worth the stretch, as they say. They're going to come after us either way.
True.
Day. Must be prepared to lay down our lives. You're going after those who are much stronger than we are. Even
their
if we
forces
manage to draw
are
them out one
rallied.
at a time.
That's what we've been doing all along, haven't we? The place doesn't matter. But if we could do something exceptional here, wouldn't it be worth it? I'm relying on my points of leadership here, trying to be inspiring and go team. But think of this as an opportunity. And that goes for you too, Victor.
Prince looks at you and give blankly. Not used to being on the receiving end of. Doesn't seem to know how to react exactly.
I win social combat. It's the only time that I could ever, without rolling the dice. Yeah.
Valeria jumps in the back of the truck. All right. I know a person. You know a person. Whose person are we going to go see?
Priestess first, and then your person. We're gonna get some information. It would be good, and if your person is going to kill us, well, at least we got some information first before we die.
Who is this person we are going to see of yours, just out of curiosity?
Old Hekata friend of mine. Kind of dabbled together in necromancy. Traded secrets back and forth for a couple. Ana El Kael. Native to a. But that's a recent thing.
Well,
A lot
you
of death.
searched
A lot
out
of
Anita
death.
at her apartment last time.
A lot of death here. A lot to study.
Without a doubt. You know, Valeria, my little diatribe in there applies to you as well.
Oh well, bless your heart.
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
not going to look over my shoulder at you anymore. You're a part of the team now, whether you like it or not.
I keep my eyes firmly on Valeria.
Good, someone should.
Right. So you're relying on memory to get back to where you were.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
All
who's
these
doing
streets are bombed out?
Who's doing the driving? All right.
Presumably Salvatore, unless Victor happens to have a better driving skill.
I need a result. This is you're trying to remember where to go, so I need a resolve plus drive check to navigate Aleppo. Difficulty 3.
You need me to, I can perform my ritual.
3. I only got 4. I bank on driving by Dex. If I'm not using Dex, it's like 1 point.
Yep. This is your navigation skills that check right now.
Could they navigate while I drive?
They can lend you if they have drive, they can lend you a dot. That's what's represented. No one has drive. Valeria will lend you a dot of drive.
Can Valeria drive?
Hers is not any better than yours.
Oh, all right. Well, so I get okay. Well, that's so what? What was it again?
Solve plus drive.
3, 4.
Got your 3 successes.
All right.
You managed to navigate through downtown Aleppo to where Anna Corre's apartment had been.
Mm-hmm.
I say had been because you don't see the red door anymore. Led into her apartment. The door is now painted brown.
Good knock.
Door opens and there is a Syrian gentleman opens the door. Assalamu alaikum.
Malaikum salam. Do you speak English?
Shakes his head no.
I'm sorry to disturb you. My apologies.
You get a good look. Give me a quick wits plus awareness.
That's 6.
Yep. You only need 3 successes. As you look over as you look over his shoulder, you notice the place looks lived in.
Yeah.
Like he's lived there for a very long time. And it doesn't look anything like it looked before the last time you were there. And you are sure you went to the exact same place. You recognize the landmarks. The only difference is the door is not red.
Does it have a number on the door?
No, there's no numbers on the door.
No numbers on anything?
No. But the landmarks are are right. You know that you went to the right place.
Yeah, I apologize and depart respectfully. Use some sort of trick I know this is the place. Perhaps we should go to Mr. Rand's place.
We should
I don't
try
know.
perhaps the St. Louis hospital where the grave was, where we found her the first time.
Good try. It's a very, very.
Do you need me to find her?
Could you? Do you know
Seen her
well
face?
enough?
Oh, we have a little blood magic, blood sorcery going on, I take it.
Yeah, might as well. Speed things up. I don't want to be out on the streets.
Not for
Fair.
too long, huh?
Yeah, right. All right. Oh, yeah. I don't have my thing up.
You are using
Illuminate Trail of Prey.
Illuminate Trail of the Prey. The ritual allows the caster to perceive the previous whereabouts of a designated person as a subtly glowing trail, visible only to them. You got your white satin ribbon.
Yep.
Before the ritual soaks the ribbon in their own blood. Make a rouse check. Not get hungrier.
Good job.
Alright, so make your blood sorcery plus intelligence check. Difficulty is ritual level of the ritual +1. Need to roll because you can't take 6 because something bad can always. Got your 2 successes. You got what you needed.
All right. Do I see a glowing trail?
Yes, you do. It leads right toward the brown door.
Oh, I have good news and bad news. Priestess is in the abode you brought us to. Trick is where, I guess.
I walk up, I kick in the door, lead the way.
Here we go. And here we go.
Do I need to roll anything to kick in the door?
Yes, you do. You need to make a strength plus brawl check. Difficulty 4. Because it's not made of wood.
Oh, fun.
Who doesn't mince words, just doors and
Just
faces.
doors and faces.
I-
Oh, but she guess what she needs is she kicks the door, taking it off its hinges. When you walk in, you see it is a well-lived-in apartment. You see a very shocked-looking man, elderly man, older woman, and 4 children sitting around the table. They look very shocked.
Where does the trail go?
It,
I'm right behind Ufield.
It goes right. It goes into the inside, into the living room.
I'm gonna just kind of motion for Dante to lead the way. I'm gonna look at those people and I'm gonna hold up my axe and go, shh. And I'm gonna just keep following Dante.
Apologize for us on the way through, Salvatore.
Come
Okay.
through, kind of like holding the bridge of my nose, and like, I'm so sorry.
The Americans are breaking into our houses now.
Looking for our dogs to eat.
We've seen our dogs. Got axes.
That one's breath smells like a dog.
Okay.
I'm not the one who was eating the dog. In
So
this
the illuminated trail of prey that you can see leads into the living room. Leads into the communal living area, it seems. But it ends there, and you don't see Anna Correa, the priestess.
Just ends in midair.
It ends in. It's not like it's a direct line directly to the person, but it ends right in the living room. It's hazy.
Okay then. Well, guess we're leaving because
I'll enunciate. Anna Koulay, we need your aid.
I kind of tip my head towards Dante and I go, could she be herself?
you have some means of second sight. I'd be glad to hear it.
Nothing of your witchcraft?
Well, ends where she should be. It ends right here.
Anna Koulay, we need your aid. And he'll use a thumbnail and punch through, and he'll pour the blood. And he gets hungry.
What are you spending blood for?
Just to fill of some size. Perhaps she has some sort of sense wherever, if we're close enough to her, sort of hear something or smell something or sense something.
Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. You two, that's enough. Chill out, please.
Kids and cats and dogs.
Kids, cats,
Dude,
and
I'm glad I'm
dogs.
not the only one. The cat has been up here trying to knock everything off his desk tonight.
Dogs have decided to have a wrestling match underneath my desk.
Got a Rochambeau under Dad's feet.
Yep, a little bit.
Need you to ref, Dad.
All right. So there's no immediate response to the spilling of blood on the floor, except a few moments later, after a couple awkward silences, the room kind of shimmers and changes into the room it was before the last time you were there. And the elderly woman who was sitting at the table stands up, and the illusion just fades away, and it's what you assume was the priestess you saw before.
Mm-hmm. She looks different now?
No, it looks exactly the same. But now you know she can change her shape, or at least cover herself in illusion.
Apologies.
I apologize for entering so rudely. You're desperately in need of your help.
Who's going to fix this before the sun rises?
Fix what?
The door.
I'll walk over and start putting the door back as best I can. You have a screwdriver.
Could have been avoided. Your door would still be on the wall.
What, if I just known that you wish to enter and that strangers I'd met once before speak to me?
Dante.
You know,
Remember you.
And I declined.
not so many words.
Does consent mean nothing to you three?
Let's forgive my boldness. My friend here was able to trace you. When the trail led inside the house, we were most...
Apologize, but when options are limited, choices are also...
Sits down at her table, shuffling cards. How can I help you? What is so urgent that I can help you tonight? Just bust down my door. Disturb my peace.
Tarquin is killing his own people.
Tarquin has turned on us. And decided that he must be brought down.
And I'm still trying to understand how this...
I know exactly where he is and exactly the layout of the facility he's in.
That's wonderful knowledge to have.
We need allies. We cannot do this all alone. We intend to winnow his forces down to nothing. And I'm sure others would be more than happy to get in on that action.
Well,
I look over at Dante. See? Yeah.
I will. I'm sure they will.
We found out much about Janus. Carthage.
Okay.
Led us to the
People-
item that led to Tarquin's downfall. Have you any insight?
All I did was look at the cards for you. Showed you what she shuffles the cards, and she goes, see, and she just starts describing things, start appearing on the cards as she's saying them. If you found anything, it was not based on me.
No.
Shuffling the card. A broken clock is right at least twice.
True. But what we learned about Janus, something like that, I want to know the truth of what he said and what he believed. Not the propaganda of the Camarilla and not the mad rantings of the Sabbat. I want to know what he really was.
I don't know what you want from me. I'm not a blood sorceress.
We are not from here. We do not know people here.
You're the closest to what we might call a friendly face in this place where we know nobody. We seek at the least respite for the morning. There is dissent within Tarquin's ranks. There was a ritual attempting to see the whereabouts of Giannis using the blood collected from the people of Aleppo. It went awry. An ancient kindred from the times nigh on of the Roman Empire perished in his faulty execution. But with his death brought a crack in the facade of Tarquin's reign and his claims that Giannis still lives and moves against him. There is doubt. What we need tonight is not an army, but simply a place. A place where we might hide from the reach of Tarquin in his rage at being exposed. Potentially.
Well, that's all very, very dramatic. Seems very, very, very important. I understand that you need a place to crash for the day. I'm going to have to humbly declare.
Thank you.
Have fun righting all the wrongs of the world.
See, I told you we should leave Syria. All right.
Thank you for your time. And
Gonna-
sincere
gonna-
apologies for your door.
Just gonna leave the door leaning against the wall.
I've put it back on the hinges as best I can, but there's gonna need to be some wood repair, okay?
Yeah, it's kind of propped up there.
All right, so you leave, and Valerius is sort of leaning against the truck. She goes, "Well, how'd that go?"
About as
That is-
well as it usually does.
What was in there? Well, what'd you have to kick the door in?
We misread a situation. You have a friend, you say.
Rana, El Khalil. Kata, we go way back. Non-Sabbat related. More
Would you
professional
introduce us, please?
colleague. Yeah, I can do that. Already let her know that we were probably going to show up. She'll be expecting us. You don't need to kick down her door. She looks at Hooffield, sort of grins.
Fulfilled has zero response. She like
Yeah. What?
Fulfilled
I'm a fucking
like
Viking.
whatever. Why? Like what you want from me? It's what I do.
Start twisting the heft of your axe to maintain eye contact.
Start sharpening
not
the
test
blade while I
me.
stare down.
Don't test me, necromancer.
Folks, just give me a moment. I need to put my dog out. He's going crazy.
Not a problem.
We can't actually hear the dogs.
Jax, let's go.
Guys are driving me nuts.
It's more distracting than anything. I have the same problem with the cat right now. She is right. I'm poking her right there. Every time I try and move, she's attacking me. Stop.
Well, that was less than helpful.
Yeah.
Bluefield,
Yeah, I was
you
hoping-
can make
I
a
was hoping
point
she'd have
with
something.
a period. It doesn't always have to be an exclamation point.
Knocked.
Viking age perimenopause. Is Bluefield
Dude,
having hot
can you-
flashes?
Can you imagine perimenopausal, Norse women? They just have enough. And she goes over, picks up an axe, and Dad's gonna have a bad night. He's sitting in his chair, everything's fine. All of a sudden, oh, why is there an axe in my head? Oh, fuck.
All that complaining, that was an incredibly quick trip. All right. So, Valeria has just tried to give a mean girl smile to Ufield and got no Viking age pre. Oh my god.
Yeah, we were talking about what would happen.
Scary.
Mom's had enough tonight. Dad's about to get an axe in the back of the head.
Victor sits in the front seat. He's looking at it. He's scrolling on a phone, looking at something. Really can't tell what he's looking at, but he seems to be hard at work doing something.
Fire it up.
Twitter.
We'll fire it up. I won't ask him about it. Just go on to our next location and see what we can do.
Your rage baits on Truth Social.
So, Mike. All right, so give me a dexterity plus drive check this time, as you're given directions, but you may need to navigate something. You're looking for 4 successes. You need to navigate something more dexterously than just trying to find somewhere. As the next path leads you through many different wrecks in the street. You have trouble getting around them, and it takes you extra time to get there. As you're getting close, the sun begins to come up, and Valeria starts banging out. She goes, "We've got to go quick," and she goes, "We're not even close yet."
Okay.
Metal to the metal.
Metal to the metal. All right, give me another dexterity plus drive check.
I was going to see my last sunrise eventually.
Would you like to spend willpower?
Yes, I would like to spend willpower. And I can roll 3.
You may reroll 3 of those, yes.
Oof.
Oh, no. Okay.
There's 3 successes. 3 successes.
You needed 4. Needed 4. All right, so as you're driving, you're not far now, but you blow a tire. As you hit one of the large potholes. Kaboom! The whole tire blows. The tan truck comes to almost. You want to bring the truck to a stop as a thump, 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 as you hear the rim grinding against the road.
Okay, we just get it off the road as soon as it blows and get off to the side somewhere.
I would keep driving on it. Like, I'd just go. It's an our truck.
We're go faster on foot.
Literally jumps out of the back of his truck as the sun begins cresting.
All right, we gotta go now.
And she goes, she just points toward what looks like an abandoned mausoleum complex. You notice you're in the old French colonial quarter of the city.
Okay.
Its wrought iron gates grown open into shadow, and she runs toward a long staircase that descends into the catacombs lined with skulls, bone lanterns glowing with faint green alchemical fire. The air is cold, dry, and silent, except for the whisper of unseen spirits that flicker at the edge of a vision. As you run through this necropolis, you end up to the heart. Sanctum, a circular chamber carved from black basalt, reinforced with ivory pillars etched with runes of binding. Ossuaries and urns lined the walls, containing the remains of powerful ancestors or bound souls. A ritual basin rests in the center, filled not with water but with silvered sand and ash. Suspended from the ceiling is a massive brass chime that rings without wind, marking each intrusion with hollow dread. You see Rana. She's standing there wearing a porcelain mask over her face, hood over her head. The only reason you can tell she's female is because of the slightness of her form and the sheer robes that she wears. She stands alone in the chamber. As you approach, as you come running down through it, you hear something close well behind you as the doors to the mausoleum and the close and the necropolis goes, except for the green alchemical fire that greets. It says, Valeria, my dear, I'm just in time.
Senses?
And you activate heightened senses?
Yeah.
All right, what are you looking for?
See better?
Just to see better because it's dark? All right.
Yeah.
As you go ahead.
You know what? I'll also activate my passive sense the beast just so I can see if there's any hostility coming off of her.
Any hostility? No, there's no hostility coming off Arana.
Salam alaikum. Sorry, our timing was poor. Thank you for seeing us.
I owe Valyria. I will house you for the night, the day, and we will speak once the night comes.
Thank you.
Your hospitality.
Leads you to a chamber that has it's lined with empty coffins, empty stone sarcophagi. You use any one you wish. They're all empty.
Chamber that we're in, like dug out underground, I assume. Does it have earth floors or stone floors?
Stone floors.
They're down into the rock, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is it's beautiful. It's got a mosaic on the floor. It's a very beautiful mausoleum. It's just now it's just been repurposed to her little necromantic lair.
Mm-hmm.
Can I spot anywhere where there's a like actual like not mosaic floor, but like an actual like this is the earth floor, so that I don't have to sleep in a coffin? I don't have to sleep in a coffin is what I'm getting at.
Unless you decide to dig up some of the floor, you don't have to sleep in a coffin. You can sleep outside the coffin.
Nah. That's fine. No, I won't dig it out. But I'm not gonna sleep in the coffin. I am just gonna go find a spot that's like in the corner on the wall, and I'm literally just gonna sit against the wall and like fall asleep. Done it in Salvatore's place many times.
Anybody else? Anybody else not sleeping in the coffins, just posting up?
I'll sleep in a coffin.
Okay.
In a coffin as well.
Fantastic. All right. So the day passes without incident. Larry sleeps in the coffin as well. Your host does not. You notice your host does not sleep in this chamber. Ufil, they're probably the last to fall asleep, the last to be able to see. You're the first. Maybe you're the first awake. Who knows? But I need everyone to make a rouse check as we wake up in the morning. You work. You're hungry. Nope. Okay.
Hungry.
Not hungry for retired for Salvatore. Excellent. Fantastic. Okay, hey! Stop it, both of you. Sorry, everybody. The kids are being rambunctious. Hey! Oh my goodness. Sorry
Yeah,
about
at night, play with us, Dad.
I don't know if you can hear them.
No.
No, not too much.
Oh!
Yeah, I really can't hear them much at all.
Well, in that case, never mind. Okay, if you can't hear them, it doesn't bother me then. As you wake for the morning, you're greeted by Rana, who's there earlier, who's apparently woke up much earlier than you. Porcelain mask still, same robes. She approaches you, Ufield, and she's standing in front of you as you wake up.
Starring.
Good evening. We should gather the rest of your compatriots. I understand that Valeria has told me very little of what is happening, and I need to be informed. So I can see how I can best help you.
We appreciate you.
I haven't agreed to assist yet, but I'm sure that I can come to some kind of agreement with you. But as for my hospitality, you have that.
Dante and Salvatore, the old nudge awake, and she gets to the garage. And
Notice Lestrade did not sleep in the sarcophagi. He did not sleep in that chamber. He slept somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I don't get the opportunity to punch him awake.
Blinky.
Go!
All right, so I take it you probably debrief her on everything that's happened. I'm not gonna make you go through it all again. We could use exposition for that. She stops. She looks. You've been through quite a bit, but you've been through so little, but it's been so significant. She says, "I understand how important this has been to you, but when you think about it, it's so little." It was interesting. The size of the impact that these small actions can have on a larger life.
Indeed.
Hey, pupper.
Captured.
What he wanted. Now his head's chopped off, but
He's getting what he wants. Of.
okay. Is that enough? Is that enough? Now will you stop? Where do you smell brownies upstairs? Letting you upstairs. The whole pan.
Brownie.
That's a lot of poop.
Rana, how these small things impact our lives in such impactful ways. Because I'm not sure how I can be of assistance. But you seek Giannis. If Giannis is dead, perhaps I can reach him.
That is what I was thinking.
You wouldn't happen to have anything that belonged to Giannis.
Here.
Is Lestrade here at this point?
Real Estrada's here.
Wolfeld kind of looks at him like,
No, I don't have anything that belongs to Giannis. Perhaps that plate.
The plate that Tarquin has.
no doubt Tarquin moved it to the room that you spoke of, Dante. Contained many artifacts.
Out. Unless keeping it with himself, given how paranoid he seems to be. very powerful tool for any kindred.
Valeria stops. She goes, "Tell me about this room."
Late?
The goodie room.
Oh, the room. You would have a field day in there. Ancient relics.
Don't steal.
No, no doubt. Nor did I while I was in there. But artifacts, relics, grimoires are older than, well, I can only guess, but any of us in this room.
Can you describe the room?
Yes.
Is it shadowy? Are there shadows? If we could cause a distraction, could you get me close enough that I could infiltrate it?
Certainly.
If we needed to get said.
You know how those who study esoteric means are, especially with their mood lighting. Only candles, lots of shadows. If we could infiltrate the citadel, certainly.
What do we have for weapons?
Lestrade pulls up his sword, yanks it, lights it back in.
For all the good that's done him.
He's alive, isn't he?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, please tell me Dante said that out loud because Ulfield laughs audibly.
Yeah, we've had this conversation about Dante opening his mouth.
Hey, this time it wasn't me, so Dante was trying to be politic with this whole thing. Dante, I believe,
Okay.
just has, maybe a, large caliber pistol for all the good it'll do against Kindred.
Oh, you had a
That's what he
rifle,
was
didn't you?
working on.
If we can gather,
I still got the MP5.
Salvatore knows of the 4 main ways in and out. We create a distraction by destroying one of those access points, limiting their ways in and out of the city. Use that as an opportunity to get Valeria inside.
Do we sneaking back in? Ooh. If she had a way of going with her shadows into that place, she got out, she could reasonably get back in. But doing something like that, there's making a distraction and slipping in and out without a distraction. Preferably the latter. Because
And maybe the distraction is a secondary plan. You use it.
Plan B, yes.
They get caught. Or close to caught.
Closing
we don't want them
the
getting
4
snatched.
doors. The 4 passages in and out helps us more than them. By closing it, it makes it harder for us and easier for them.
Limiting their ways in and out of the city could be an advantage to us, though.
It's easier for us to have four places covered than it is for them to try and slip out past one of them. If you close it, only have 3 to watch. But they could use any to get out. It's easier to cover the bases than 2. But either way, Valeria, can you do this? Can you get in there and out?
I can get in and out. I don't know if I'll set off any alarms. But the limit of my travel is it's limited. I can't do it from here. We have to
set off an alarm and we don't get it, then you get out and abandon the mission.
You travel through shadows?
Travel through shadows. Short distances. I do travel through
place a shadow. Sorry, did you find where their generators might be throughout that complex?
Yes.
Take out the lights.
There's a
Perfect
plan
cover.
B. I must stress the importance of them not knowing at all, in and out without any notice. But if that does fail, generator is a good option. Everything is a shadow then.
Where are the generators located?
Down in the heart, the base. Isn't that right? Yeah. Bottom center.
We're going to take out those generators. It'll have to be more than harder to sneak.
Valeria, can you take somebody with you when you
So,
do?
be a lot cooler if I could.
Well, perhaps I could infiltrate.
Were there mortal soldiers, or just Lestrade's private military? Were they all kindred?
What was the question?
Were any of the soldiers down in there? Were they mortal, or were they all kindred?
You were never told. You were never told. They never took off their masks. You were just told that they were Uzabarin.
What do we know of their? Do they perform shift changes? Do they swap in and out guard duties? The oldest ploy, but infiltrate dressed as a guard. Worked for Dorothy.
I could slip in without that, but perhaps anyone else that's going.
No one of us would go alone. Yes, you can move unseen, but to what end? Can you move in, collect the plate, come back out?
That would be extremely hard. Do you remember the way to get to that place? That's going to be harder to get to, isn't it?
Get to where the plate is probably kept, where you think the plate is kept. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's near the heart. It's in the heart as well.
The inner sanctum. Talked about winnowing down Tarquin's forces. Seems removing them from where we need to be is the easiest way to do that. Creating a distraction is the way that we will have to do it. That can't be plan B. The generators can be plan B. Unless you can make your way inside with an explosive deep enough to affect that. If you find yourself in trouble, we can blow an entrance. Draw their forces to us, away from you.
Stop stepping on the keyboard. Brat.
Taking out the power will only assist. Will only assist Valeria. It won't assist me. Because I can't see in the dark.
Well, Valeria has already proven that she can move relatively well in the shadows of that place.
If I go down and I kill the power, and as everything's dark, I will be stuck down there. Because
Valeria, how well could you move in the shadows of such things like ventilation ducts? Is that a constraint to you? Or any shadows?
That has to be about the size of a hand.
Cut off there right at the end.
It has to be about the size of a hand for me to come out of. Rena, you have quite a plan making. Make
Give
sure that
concepts of a plan.
just make sure that it's worth executing.
Can you contact Giannis without it?
No, cannot contact Yanis without it. Can I contact him with it if he is dead? Yes.
Well,
If he unless not everything that dies leaves a restless spirit behind.
but if he passed on, he did not leave a spirit behind, passed into whatever is beyond.
There is no guarantee. That is merely
This
speculation.
could all be for nothing.
There's a risk, I admit.
Well, at that point, let's go make a breach somewhere, draw some forces to us, and provide a distraction for Mr. Rand.
Such a troublesome path just to get back at Tarquin.
All right. Well, as Lestrade says, all right. He stands. He goes, I'll leave this one in your hands, Salvatore. He looks to his phone. He goes, I've got a call I need to make.
Do they have antennas? Some sort of array on the roof of this place?
No.
No.
From the surface, the place looks like a bombed out citadel. Ancient. An archaeological ruin. Any kind of antennae would really stand out.
We didn't see anything camouflaged or any kind of external anything.
No, everything was made inside.
All right. Well,
All right. Well,
which of these four is going to net us the biggest bang for the buck?
Come on, guys. Stop it.
What do you guys think? From what we know of the insides, which one's going to be the one that we're going to get the most bang for the buck?
So if we can get Lestrade to get us some access to some supplies, having communications the entire time would be ideal, because really I think she needs to go in, and possibly Salvatore needs to go in too.
I don't plan on us going in very far. We go in, we fight some I almost said Mujahideen.
Yeah, some of Sahar's guys, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Sahar's
I feel like if we're just providing cover, we really shouldn't go in very far at all.
No, we're just coming in trying to make an infiltration. Oh, we got caught by Ubars and then we fuck them up. And then we bounce. And then at that point, hopefully Durand is on her way out.
So we should probably go in through one of the back tunnels that is not used or patrolled very heavily, and she should probably go in through, honestly, the front freaking door, because it's the least likely to be.
Yeah. However,
yeah, it's the less likely to set off an alarm.
Yep. We'll take backdoor B. We're being sneaky.
Yeah, we're so sneaky. Clang, clang, clang.
Okay.
Getting ourselves into
Dante's
guys.
just like, what a pain in the ass.
All right. So
I just want to say, as a storyteller, none of my breadcrumbs have led toward this. Okay. All right.
Where did your breadcrumbs lead? I didn't see the breadcrumbs.
We'll discuss that afterwards. But they didn't lead toward this. But they were leading somewhere.
Well,
but
yeah,
no, this is okay. I have a plan. And it's a good one.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be a good one, so don't worry. I'm loving
It's
it.
gonna work for this, is what I'm hoping.
I'm loving it.
Ay.
All right. Okay. So you're planning to go in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Changing up on the fly says, yes, just when I think you have the answers, I changed the question. Roddy Piper. All right, so you're going to go into the back. How are you approaching that? You guys are approaching. So are you going to, how much time are you waiting? Are you waiting for Lestrade? Are you going to approach Lestrade asking for these supplies?
Right away.
Right away.
Yeah.
All right.
The sooner we can do this, the better.
All right.
Add it to the list.
All right.
Presumably, it's still kind of chaos down there if he's just, taking people out. So, time like the present.
Lestrade says the very best he can do is he can get a contact to get this stuff for him within a day. He can secure a contact within a day, but he needs to know what you want.
Communication devices, some explosives, guns.
Incendiary rounds.
I don't even use guns. I'm just saying some guns.
Even a mag full of tracer rounds.
You know that shotgun at point blank does some damage.
Probably some incendiary
Take a couple
grenades.
edge weapons.
Shock and awe, baby. Shock and awe.
Takes out his phone. He presses a couple buttons. He sends a couple texts. He says the things will be ready for you tomorrow. Communication devices, C4, and there's whatever weapons we can pull together in that amount of time. He's really going directly right back into Tarquin's.
Yes.
I don't see what other choice we have unless you have any ideas.
Remind you, we could try to look for whatever sect remains spreading the Giannis story, those who revere him. We could wait. We don't need to speak to Giannis directly. We could find his voice in the city, whatever that means. That was our original mission that you volunteered us for, Ofild. That is the proof we seek. So, we don't need to go into the dog's mouth to find the proof. Unless you really want to. I feel I let my coterie run away with me, tagging along. I think the prince might feel altogether the same.
Teacher, the cat ate my homework.
You know, the longer we wait, when we left, they were at highest alert. Over time, they will become less and less. A little. These are professionals, so we can't expect complacency. But maybe if we let the heat down a little bit, as the kids say.
Best we can hope is that they presume that we fled the city. None of us were from here. We were essentially chased out. So,
but
hoping that, then perhaps we will find complacency.
You're right. Maybe we should find others that know of Giannis. The Sabbat will not generally want to revere anyone so much as see him as a target to drink down and gain power.
We have the perfect cover.
Most Sabbat care.
We run with a gangrel. We have a former, possibly disgraced prince of the Camarilla. For appearances.
No. Actually, Lestrade punches you in the face.
Don't you know stagecraft?
He lets
So
you.
I'll help.
Seems he harbors some
Dante.
feelings about.
Come along.
With a critical success. A fist
actually nods like.
A fist smashes. It does not just after he says disgrace. Smashes into his teeth, just knocking his head back, kind of bloodying his nose up, and that's it. That's all he does. He just turns and he walks away.
Come along.
Why is it the older they are, the more sensitive they are, like children?
Help yourself up, then.
Well, that does it for my ideas.
So we'll kind of help Dante off the floor, set his nose real quick.
You didn't take it. You took 1 superficial damage.
Best way to reset that nose is actually stuff your fingers up there and kind of make sure everything's in place.
Nothing permanent. It's 1 superficial damage because it's cut in half. Well, technically it would be more than that, but I'm not giving it.
Yeah, he pulled it because he knew he did wrong.
Because you knew he did wrong. No, because you need all the blood you can get.
Yeah.
Dante, perhaps it's time for you to be social.
Perhaps.
Meanwhile, Oldfield and I will be silent and look menacing.
Seems we're going back to our old rules then.
Yes.
Then, what's Valeria's contact's name again?
Rana.
Rana. Perhaps she can give us insight on whomever the followers of Giannis might be in this city.
Start there, yeah.
And with their so-called ear to the ground. That I could get you to back away from your headstrong attempt to infiltrate the stronghold of the big bad. So let us ask Rana. Perhaps she can give us an insight on the followers of Giannis that remain in Aleppo.
Okay, so you approach Rana. She is standing in her chamber, in the central chamber that I described earlier, standing under the chime in that with a silver bowl filled with silver dust and salt. And she seems to be drawing patterns in it. When you approach her, she turns, looks at you, and she kind of tilts her head but doesn't say anything. She waits a beat.
Yeah, later.
Later, Retro Institute. Later.
Seems my coterie has rather rethought their headstrong approach on finding a solution to the problems that we face. I think we shall get the plate, but when we can. Tonight is not the night for that. Logistics aside, I don't think that it would be smart to throw ourselves into that frying pan. But instead, find the force that opposes Tarquin. He fears followers of Giannis. He fears this poet king from the age of Carthage coming back. There must be some force in this city that hearkens to him. Do you know of them?
Tilts her head to the other side. Goes, Giannis. I've heard the name. Been some time as I've read anything about him. But there was a cult that was dedicated to Giannis for many years. They don't believe he's dead.
Perhaps we should start there.
I don't know how many are left since the city's been torn apart by this war. So many have been drawn here to the beckoning. With Hakata, don't suffer the beckoning. Don't. For some reason, we don't suffer from it. This is my home.
That was the Salubri.
Hakata, no, the Hakata was what the Giovanni and all the other clans of death became.
Right.
I have, because perhaps it was best that you did not undertake that mission. I had not yet agreed to have helped you.
That is true.
It could have been for naught in more than one way. Perhaps Giannis doesn't possess a ghost. Perhaps I won't help you. Perhaps there's something perhaps I need a favor first. Perhaps you can help me, and then I can help.
A boon for a boon, then.
That is fair play.
That sounds reasonable.
This is going to sound trivial, but there's something I've been able to do about it directly. There is a surveillance apparatus circles in my territory. I need it destroyed.
What kind of apparatus are we talking about?
One of those, it is a strange flying device. I see it, I can hear it. I cannot reach it. I need it gone.
Very well. Around here, yes?
Circles around her. Air.
We could really use Ryan for this.
All right. Well, if it's nighttime, I'll head on up the stairs. You know, assuming this mosque has some high points with some high windows I can open. Can I?
No, this is a mausoleum.
Oh, mausoleum. I see.
Yes,
I see.
it's one
Okay.
floor.
Just one floor. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get to the highest spot I can find, I guess, and an eye out for whatever the hell this thing is talking about.
Are you gonna activate your Eyes of the Beast?
Not yet.
Dante, are you following Ufield?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna take a look, see if I can see this thing too.
Heightened senses?
Heightened senses.
All right.
Something to shoot it with if you need to.
Of course.
What we really want is whoever is controlling it.
Not what she asked for. Try this. Done with it.
That's just compliance.
All right, so I need you both, anyone who can see in the dark, more with us heightened senses, please make a wits plus awareness roll.
Right, I'll go ahead and activate my Eyes of the Beast. It's dark. You're right.
It is.
Plus awareness. My stupid 2 hunger.
I got 3.
All right, Nerd and Art. You
Yeah.
don't. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're in a compulsion. Exactly.
Fantastic.
You're even less talky now than you were. Dante, you see it. It's high, but not so high that you wouldn't be able to reach it with your pistol. You think it would be a hard shot. You don't notice it at all, Fulfilled.
Oh, I don't notice it. Yeah.
You don't notice it at all. You're too busy, angry at the thought that you're out here doing this.
Are there any blinking lights on it?
Yes, it's either that or it's a Starlink satellite.
Yeah, right.
How high up is it?
It's not very high.
If I brace a shot, something like that, can I get any sort of bonuses to my roll? Take time, anything
Aim.
like that?
Aim.
Yeah, right. Aim.
If you take time to aim, I'll give you a +1 to your.
Okay. Wits and composure.
No. Dex and firearms.
Or yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Composure firearms. Composure firearms.
That's what I actually meant to say.
Yeah. Composure firearms.
Okay. And with the bonus, that'll give me one more. So
First shot misses.
all right. Gonna roll again, even though a gunshot might draw attention.
Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna draw attention.
Does the shot lead me to see what he's shooting at?
Oh yeah, you kind of grunt and look up. I'm not sure.
Can I reach it with my soaring leap?
Can you reach it with your soaring leap? Let me see. Let me take a look at your soaring leap. I have it pulled up right here anyway. Soaring
3
leap.
meters.
3 meters. Maybe if you rouse and increase your strength.
Right. Let me
Yeah, but where's she gonna land?
on the drone.
She's gonna reach up.
Reaching the Masquerade.
Ulfeld's too full of some gangrel rage to care where she's gonna land right now. Destroyed thing in sky.
Right. Hold on. Let me try to take another shot. There we go.
There you go.
Got it.
Yes, you had a critical success. Pow! The second shot rings out like you have VATS and strikes the drone, shattering it into many pieces as it comes falling out of the sky.
Right. I police my brass, and then we hoof it back into the mausoleum. There you go.
There you go. What?
Tit for tat. Your flying menace is gone.
You've destroyed the device?
Have.
Shot it out of the sky.
A promise is a promise. I will help you. You can bring me something back that belonged to Giannis. I can summon Giannis. Or I can ask my servants, see if they can find him. Bring him back on his own.
And in the meantime?
Meantime, we wait.
All right. Have you no information on a sect of Giannis followers?
A sect of Giannis followers.
You said there was a cult.
Yes, the cult. I'd also mentioned that I don't know how many yet still remain because the city is war-torn. With the beckoning, many elders have come and laid claim and laid waste to many of the younger kindred. But if you were to find any, stops, she ponders, thinks to herself. They held their togetherness, their gatherings under St. Louis orphanage.
The coterie knows the place.
The St. Louis orphanage.
Yes, the place where you found the plate.
Where we found a bunch of disgusting. Lovely.
There was nothing else there.
What exactly
is not
did you?
true.
What exactly did you find?
We found a kindred protecting the plate. He had summoned some abomination. Perhaps he was a
Did
member
you
of that
destroy
cult.
this? Did you destroy this kindred?
No.
Then that may be who you need to speak.
Lovely.
This gets worse.
Always the option to leave Syria.
Looks to you both. Either way, whether we have object of Yanis's, or my spirit, or my ghosts find Yanis themselves, it will take time. Unless you can get that plate soon. I recommend thinking very closely on which you wish to do.
You just told us that it was best that we didn't go get the plate.
Night.
Tonight.
So ultimately, the answer is to do nothing and wait.
Night.
We go back to the orphanage. Claps the prince on the shoulder for a second. She goes, I say he goes in to fight the monsters.
Speaks up. I also have a plan I've been working.
Yes. Options are good right now.
One of you had mentioned an enemy of my enemy. There's an enemy we have completely
Ooh.
Second Inquisition. First Light.
I definitely thought about that out of character with my meta knowledge, but Ulfhild doesn't know these things. I have
so
to let
we
the cat
break
out,
the
I'll be right back.
masquerade and draw attention to Tarquin and his collective. Is that what you're suggesting?
There is no masquerade. Why they're here.
Indeed. What are you proposing exactly?
I'm proposing we light up Tarquin's area. A hotspot of activity. Like you said. Enemy of our enemy.
So what? We crash a Red Cross truck into the walls of his citadel, and when they come to frenzy on the blood, we live stream it?
Oh, nothing like that.
Do you have any contacts within the Second Inquisition?
No, but I have contacts in the local authorities. Start there. This is just one idea. You cut the head off immediately, it could go poorly for us. My track record is not so great as currently. But we have options. We wanted to take the fight directly to Tarquin. Or we could merge the plans together and use the distraction of a first light attack to get the plate.
Could do both.
pennies and pounds.
Our chances of final death go up exponentially once we first light it. The only reason I bring it up, I believe Tarquin is a big enough threat that my life, if I should lose it, acceptable loss.
The only thing that we could do that would preserve us would be not be in the building when that happens.
We'd have to be out very quickly. We'd be relying far too much on Valeria herself.
Does Valeria think of this plan?
You hear her voice. Valeria doesn't like it very much.
What if you've got 4 doors? We tell the Inquisition about door 1. We come in through door 2. And that gives us 2 ways to get out that the Inquisition doesn't know about.
I'm under the impression that anything we tell, they will discover any other door. They will do their own intelligence. They'll do their own reconnaissance on the area. They'll find what they can find. None of them are incredibly hidden, except for maybe the 4th, which is we could take.
Would it be wise to move at the same time, or should we wait for the aftermath?
They'll secure that building and take everything inside.
Trust me, I've thought of that, but we'd be moving against 2 forces as opposed to only 1. So, no option sounds good, honestly. So I guess I'm with the crazy Dane. The battle. Valhalla. Let's lose our heads, because it's going to happen one way or the other. Seems like no which way we turn, there's not a blade waiting for us, so let's go with the craziest plan.
Rod seems to think it is worth it.
I think it's
We'll muster-
necessary to take out Tark. Any means.
I hope our people. The Valhalla.
But we'll need to muster resources. We don't go tonight.
We need to
I
map
think we
this
need
out.
far more planning.
Indeed, I need to set into motion the idea. I need to put the machinations in plan to get the information to First Light without being traced back to us.
Do what
There's
you
any
need to
way your
do.
local connections can let us know when to expect their attack. Be most helpful.
Indeed.
And in the interest of maintaining allies, we should make sure that any of the locals stay far, far away.
We'll have to stop by Anita's, warn her to get out of town. Donna, make yourself safe.
Of course. Victor looks up and says, "This is it. This will be our opportunity. It's not tonight. It's not soon, but this will be our opportunity. This is how we will make our mark. This is how we will win this Gehenna war. This jihad against us. Either we succeed or we fail. If we fail, no one's going to know anything."
War got surprisingly personal.
Incredibly personal. Hold on 1 second. Go. Both of you, go.
Wild, I had no idea we'd be bringing the good old Second Inquisition into this.
No, right?
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Dogs are just really annoying tonight. They are just they are like children.
It's going around. My cat was at it for the longest time.
Oh. All right. Well, at this point, we've pretty much run the course of everything that we have going on. We're just going to be spinning our wheels because there's no way we're getting into a raid tonight.
No.
This late. So I want to thank everyone. That was a lot of fun. We didn't flee. We didn't leave for Lake Blackwater, which we could have done, which we did not do. So I want to thank everyone for stopping in tonight. 5 XP for everyone this evening. We're going to actually have time for downtimes. I think on not tomorrow. I have an emergency meeting I got to go to tomorrow, so my stream for tomorrow is canceled, but we will still be good for Friday, supposedly for Friday. No, thank you very much. I want to go do our normal ritual. I want to go to Nerd at Art. I wanted to ask her what she liked, what her favorite role play was tonight, and what her favorite scene was.
Oh man, it was an interesting night. I admit I was not sure what to expect. As everyone knows, I threw a monkey wrench into last session, and so we were all going into this like, what's going to happen? It's interesting though, and like I'm really excited for this big upcoming fight of ours. I think it's going to be glorious. I gotta say, Lestrade was pretty awesome tonight. I planned on fucking him up way more than I did. Mostly just came down to intimidation, but yeah, he was about to lose some fingers or toes, I'm telling you.
Nice.
I gotta say, I really enjoyed Reina and the imagery of the mosque, all that we were in. That was very, very interesting. And roleplay of the evening's got to go to Dante for talking us out of that crazy suicide plan, because Wolfhild was ready, but there were no good ideas there.
Just to let you guys know, I was at that point. I was locked in. It's like, okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna run this right now. We're gonna see how this is gonna go. And then the more we kept talking, the later it got. It's like, I don't think we can do it. I don't think we can get it done. I don't want to do it to be continued right in the middle of a heist. So I was like, okay. So maybe someone will talk us out of it. And then Dante talked us out of it. And I was like,
thank you, Dante.
Thank you, Dante.
You're making me stay, and now you're making me do this.
Keyword.
I'm trying to just kind of like, which way are we going? Okay, we going now? Okay, I'm leaning into it. It's like, oh fuck, we changed directions. Fuck.
Yes. I liked the fact that the old lady priestess hid from us. She's like, I don't want any of this shit. And then like Salvatore is like, no, but you have to listen. We have to go against this Methuselah. And I'm just expecting to be like, why did you bring this to my door? I helped you once.
I thought she was like our friend and our helping person.
Really expecting her to have some information.
So you want me to make enemies with a Methuselah to help you, who I don't know. No, that was great. I'm glad I was able to talk them out of the raid on the Citadel night one. Like he tried to kind of talk them, into leaving, but it is that whole thing where it's like the reach is far and vampires are petty as shit even across history. So we'd only be running so far for so long. So he's just kind of like, whatever, just gonna keep breaking. Might as well face it head on, but not like that. Wait, hold on. Let's
yeah.
Other than that, Dante just kind of feels swept up in the winds of everything. Like, okay, I guess we're doing this. We're here.
Playing the games of elders.
Second.
Yep.
One second.
Yep. You're playing the games of elders. You're swept up in them.
Yeah. Exactly.
And how you're supposed to feel.
Yep. Ancient forces that blood-sucking monsters,
Right?
This puppy. Not a puppy. This senior dog
is a puppy tonight.
Is a pup tonight.
Needs all the puppy love.
Come here. Yeah, and ever since we got back from mom's, this baby, she's not a baby either. She's a senior cat. She's been all over me. She's been sleeping on my pillow just above my head and all that. So
They get mad at you because you left?
Oh yeah. They always do that though. Like, you abandon us. We're fed once a day canned food instead of twice a day. War crimes.
Oh yeah. Whenever we leave, Freya will act mad at us for like all of 2 hours, and then she's all over us for the rest of the day.
All right, Tired Living Bravo.
I thought I really liked this really awkward scene in the apartment when it was not the apartment. It's like, oh shit, and then it's like, fuck it, kick in the door. I was like, oh, that is so all-filled.
Where are you, old
that
lady?
was so well done. And then, like, really, Dante was a good voice of reason, and it was really helpful.
I gotta say, I also really appreciate Salvatore's leadership tonight. It's nice to have somebody steering this ship, because yeah, Lestrad's got a good plan, but I'm not leaving the major planning to that guy anytime soon.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, folks. Our next game that you will see me in will be on Wednesday at Nerdwire Plays channel. I'll be joined by Retired Living Bravo. We'll be playing our characters in Marvel. It'll be a great time, so make sure to check that out. And then I'll join you guys again Saturday for Werewolf, the Wild West. Definitely looking forward to that. It's been too long. Can't wait to get that going again. Then we'll be back for some more Vampire next Saturday. We're actually going to go take a look at Lord Bardadude. They're doing some Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Got an interesting little setup here. I like it. We're going to go show them some love.
I am Sparta Dude.
Sparta Dude. So here we go.
I am Sparta Dude.
More vamp stamps.
More vamp stamps. That's right.
More vamp stamps.
So why don't you join me? We're going to go raid him. We're going to make his night. Let's go. Let's have some fun. And here we go.
Thank you, everybody.
Peace.
Fun.
Thank you.
Knife hand.
Well then, that's interesting.